Hello, welcome to another trade recap. So this trade was taken on Thursday, May 7th. We had no news today, so just jumping straight into the charts. Now on to the higher time frames. If we go on to the 4-hour time frame, obviously we are bullish for so many weeks now on both US 100 and US 500. So there was no need to take unnecessary shorts until you are presented with a clear setup, and that is what I did today. I took shorts. So first of all, let's go down in the 15-minute for a better structure. Now this vertical line is the 9:30 New York Open. Now at that time we had all-time highs plus London highs stacked above us, and below we had London lows with this equal low, and we had Asia lows. We had this 4-hour, 1-hour and 15-minute unmitigated gaps overlapped on top of each other. Now, ideally, what I was looking for was the market to sweep out these London lows and give a move up towards these all-time highs. But I also wanted the involvement of Asia lows too. But my conviction was that when we are trading at all-time highs, we don't need to get deeper retraces. So if market took London lows, I would be very much confident that the market can reverse from here. It does not need to go deeper into the range to tap into these gaps and take out Asia lows and then show a reversal. So as you can see, it didn't even take these London lows. Now moving down into the time frame, the trade that I took. Now if you move down to the time 5-minute, we had this 5-minute unmitigated bearish gap, and on top of that and just below this gap were stacked equal highs, as you can see. And similarly, we had low resistance liquidity to the downside as well. Now look what market did at open. It came down, it added more low resistance liquidity to the downside, and it went up and it tapped into this 5-minute gap. After tapping into this 5-minute gap, we showed displacement to the downside. Now if I can show you, we showed displacements to the downside. We created a bearish fair value gap, and which got the change in state of delivery. And on US 500 at that time, we were clearly very bullish, and we were close to sweeping out this intermediate low in this 4-hour gap that swept this London low. This was my main drawn liquidity for today. I closed this trade here because on US 500, the market had already swept this low inside this 4-hour gap. I don't know if this 4-hour gap will hold, it will reverse the market, or it wouldn't hold. So the main drawn liquidity was this, and as soon as US 500 took out this low, I closed my trade, and look at what happened. After that low on US 500 was swept, the market immediately returned, because the market does not need to go any more further down to get these London lows, because on US 500, the market has already done so. Not once, but twice. So this was my trade idea. I got my short scalp here. This was a fully systematic trade, and I risked down for this trade. I usually risk 1.5% on my trade, but for this trade, I risked 1% because this was not the highest probability setup. Because when we are trading at all-time highs, we usually don't look for shorts. So therefore, I risked low, but this was a good setup. And I waited for it, and I knew that it would play out, and I was confident in it. So I took it, and it got me my piece of the pie. So this was it. Stay tuned for further recaps.